look at my daughter full makeup, singing She's in Love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I have no say, no approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool.
Kanye and Kim are back at war, and this time the drama's getting downright explosive. Kanye is threatening to take Kim to court over how she's raising their daughter, and fans can't stop talking about it. It all started after photos of North West lit up the internet, and the reactions were brutal. The 12-year-old was spotted in Rome rocking long, dyed blue hair, a heavy face of makeup, a corset-style top, a tiny miniskirt, and chunky black boots that looked straight out of a nightclub. The internet went wild, dragging Kim nonstop and accusing her of crossing serious lines as a parent. Comments flooded in calling her disturbing, gross, and saying she was treating her daughter like nothing more than a flashy accessory. But here's where it gets even messier. Kanye isn't just mad about the outfit. He's pointing fingers at Kris Jenner too, accusing her and Kim of plotting something darker behind the scenes. According to Kanye, this isn't about fashion at all. He's claiming they're literally trying to market North like she's a brand or product, and that he won't stand by while it happens. And now he's saying if Kim doesn't cut it out, his lawyers will.
Years old. She's 12. Walking around with a corset, the shortest miniskirt that you could have, and bright blue hair.
People online are dragging Kim, saying she's so desperate to play the cool mom role that she's forgetting she's supposed to be a parent. The criticism got even heavier when folks started dragging up the Balenciaga scandal, accusing Kim of basically pushing North into the spotlight for profit. One comment that went viral said, "She took her Balenciaga collab way too seriously. No wonder Kanye snapped about North's exposure online." And suddenly a lot of people started admitting maybe Kanye wasn't crazy after all. But here's the twist. While some agree with Kanye, they also call him the wrong messenger. Why? Because this is the same man who constantly objectifies women, even his own wife Bianca, on a regular basis. Fans are pointing out the hypocrisy, saying Kanye's outrage rings hollow when his track record with women is just as messy. And let's not forget one of the most controversial moves Kanye has pulled, trying to push North into a collab with none other than Diddy. Yes, that Diddy, the man who was caught on camera putting his hands on a woman. Back in March, Kanye dropped a new track called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine and hyped it up as a Puff Daddy song featuring his son, King Combs, Kanye's daughter, North West, and a new Yeezy artist, Jasmine Williams. The song even opened with a phone call between Kanye and Diddy, where Diddy is thanking Kanye for looking after his kids while he's locked up. The whole setup was beyond bizarre. Fans were disgusted, blasting Kanye for putting his daughter in the same space as a man with such a disturbing history. And when Kim caught wind of it, she moved fast. She texted Kanye straight up telling him he had no right to throw North on a track like that without her approval. Kim even pulled out the receipts, reminding Kanye that he agreed years ago to let her trademark North's name. She said, "I asked you at the time if I could trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent the paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark." But Kanye wasn't having it. He snapped back with a chilling threat saying, "Amend it, or I'm going to war, and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me." That's how ugly this has gotten. Two parents so wrapped up in their egos, they're forgetting the one thing that should matter most, their daughter. Kim's outrage wasn't really about Diddy's involvement. Because let's be real, the Kardashians have been regulars at Diddy's parties for years. Her issue was about control. She doesn't want Kanye making money or moves off North's name without her permission. On the other side, Kanye paints himself as the protective father, fighting to keep North's innocence intact. But critics are calling him out for being a hypocrite, since he constantly degrades women in his music and even publicly defends men with dark histories. To fans, both parents are looking self-obsessed, using their daughter's image as a weapon in their never-ending war. And just when people thought it couldn't get any messier, Kanye doubled down after seeing those new viral photos of North in her corset and miniskirt. This time, he's not just ranting on social media. He's threatening to take Kim to court and unleash a full-on legal battle. An insider spilled to Globe magazine that Kanye is furious, saying his 12-year-old daughter has no business being paraded around in outfits like that. According to the source, he warned Kim point blank that if this doesn't stop, he'll unleash the lawyers and make her regret it. The insider added that Kanye feels powerless, and he hates nothing more than being out of control. He's been ranting and raving non-stop, saying Kim has crossed the line and he's not letting it slide this time. But Kanye isn't just pointing the finger at Kim anymore. Now he's dragging Kris Jenner into the fire, claiming she's the real puppet master. According to Kanye, Kris has a twisted plan to mold North into the next Kim Kardashian. And he's warning it could lead to Playboy shoots and scandalous leaks down the line. And this isn't the first time Kanye has gone nuclear over the Kardashians. Just a few months back, during one of his infamous rants where he even disrespected Beyonce and Jay-Z's twins with nasty comments, he accused the Kardashian family of trafficking. He lost it after seeing North appear on a track with English artist FKA Twigs.
Handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, it called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on to whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
Blasting online, Kim Kardashian is a trafficker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter in her video dressing grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. My soul is black. Watch y'all say I'm crazy instead of believing me. Now Kanye's dragging Kris Jenner again, claiming this is all part of her bigger plan to push not just North, but also Chicago into the industry machine. And while people may roll their eyes at Kanye's rants, he's not pulling this out of thin air. After all, Kris has a reputation. This is the same woman who infamously oversaw her daughter's private tape deal. With Ray J himself claiming Kris handpicked the version that would make the most money, let that sink in for a second. A mother allegedly telling her daughter to make another private tape, then sitting down to watch it like some Hollywood producer, all so she could flip it into profit. That's not parenting. That's pure exploitation. And if Kris could do that with Kim, is it really shocking that fans think Kim might already be setting the same blueprint with her own daughters? Turning them into mini extensions of the Kardashian brand before they even get the chance to live like regular kids? And there's more receipts on Kris. She famously pushed both Kim and Kylie into posing for Playboy. And get this, even when Kim admitted she was uncomfortable with showing too much skin, Kris allegedly convinced her to go back for a second shoot and show more. This is exactly why Kanye says he doesn't want his daughters around Kris too much, because he's convinced history is about to repeat itself. Sources close to Kanye claim he's certain Kris is preparing to run the same playbook on North and Chicago, grooming them to be the next Kim and Kylie. Remember, Kanye already tried to draw the line when Kim let North join TikTok. He ranted that he didn't want his daughter dancing on the internet for millions of strangers. But Kim brushed him off like he was just trying to control her. To Kanye, this isn't just about harmless videos. It's about Kris slowly pulling North and Chicago deeper into the Kardashian-Jenner machine, setting them up as the next generation of family cash cows. And Kanye has been vocal about this for years. Back in June 2020, right before Kim filed for divorce, he went off on Kris, blasting her for pushing Kim into the Playboy spread. Kanye ended one of his infamous rants with, "And that's on God. I'm at the ranch, come and get me." It sounded more like a cry for war than a father's plea. And at the end of the day, you can't help but feel for North caught in the middle of this chaos. Kim is parading her around in outfits that make her look way older than she is, while Kanye is yelling about protecting her innocence. But then he's the same one throwing her on songs with Diddy, a man drowning in scandals. And hovering over it all is Grandma Kris, the mastermind who built an empire by turning her own daughters into brands and now seems ready to do the same with the next generation. Meanwhile, North is still just a kid, forced to live under a microscope as millions online dissect her looks, her clothes, and even her every move. Now the tension's hitting a boiling point, because Kanye isn't just blowing off steam online anymore. Sources say he's already gearing up lawyers, and he's dead set on dragging Kim into court over how North is being raised. He feels Kim's using their daughter as a prop for fashion headlines, while Kris is allegedly plotting to cash in on North the same way she did with her other kids. But here's where it gets even wilder. Fans are split right down the middle. Some are siding with Kanye, saying he's the only one brave enough to call out the machine before North gets fully swallowed by it. Others are dragging him, pointing out his hypocrisy. How can he scream about protecting innocence when he's still parading his new wife Bianca in barely their outfits and putting North in studios with men facing disturbing allegations? The contradictions are insane. Social media has turned the whole thing into a circus. Memes of Kim holding shopping bags with North inside have gone viral, while clips of Kanye ranting about going to war are being remixed into TikTok audios. Kim, of course, isn't sitting back while Kanye drags her name through the mud. Insiders say she's already flipping this whole narrative into a publicity stunt, leaning on her usual playbook of glossy interviews and staged paparazzi shots. Just days after the uproar, she was spotted hand in hand with North, smiling for cameras like nothing was wrong, almost as if she wanted to prove she's just being a loving mom. And the media ate it up. Magazines ran headlines calling Kim the strong single mother, while carefully glossing over the backlash about North's outfits. Some fans say it feels calculated. Kim knows controversy sells, and she's willing to use it as fuel for the Kardashian brand. The more people talk, the more her empire grows. But not everyone's buying it. Critics are blasting her, accusing Kim of using her daughter as a shield against Kanye's attacks. Meanwhile, Kanye's camp is calling her moves smoke and mirrors, warning that she's only making the fight nastier by hiding behind PR instead of facing the real issues. While Kim and Kanye go back and forth in public, insiders say Kris Jenner is quietly pulling the strings behind the scenes. According to one source, Kris sees all the drama as an opportunity to secure the next era of Kardashian dominance, with North positioned as the face of the new generation. It's the same strategy she used with Kim, Kylie, and Kendall. Turn scandal into headlines, then flip those headlines into brand deals. Kanye has flat out accused Kris of plotting this from the start, claiming she's grooming North and even Chicago for the spotlight whether they're ready or not. And the internet hasn't forgotten Kris's track record. This is the same woman who allegedly helped orchestrate Kim's most infamous tape and later pushed both Kim and Kylie into Playboy shoots. To critics, it's not a stretch to believe she'd try the same formula again, this time with her grandkids. But here's the dark twist. While Kris is allegedly planning out photo shoots and TikTok rollouts, North is becoming a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. Strangers online are dissecting her clothes, her hair, even her body language. Exactly the kind of exposure Kanye says he's terrified of. And yet, instead of protecting her, the adults around her seem more focused on winning a media war than shielding a child from it. At this point, the whole situation feels like a ticking time bomb, and everyone's just waiting to see who pulls the pin first. Kanye swears he's fighting to protect his daughter, but his own actions keep raising eyebrows. Kim is doubling down on her cool mom image, even as critics say she's putting fame before family. And then you've got Kris, the woman who built an empire out of turning private family drama into global headlines, allegedly setting up the next generation to follow the same path. So the real question is, who's actually looking out for North? Is she being raised with love and protection, or being groomed into a brand before she even has a say in her own life? Fans are split, and the debate is only getting louder as every new move gets blasted across the internet. But I want to know what you think. Is Kanye right about Kim being reckless, or is he just being a hypocrite with his own messy track record? And what about Kris? Does she really have a plan to turn North into Kim K 2.0? Drop your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns, and don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss the drama.